Okay, guys, so as you could tell by the title, we are talking some MP Cliffjumper. Honestly, I forgot about this release, guys. I'm just keeping it real. Like, this was leaked, like 2 years ago? It was in the middle of Rise of the Beast, and there was so much stuff coming out about that at the time. And then on top of that, all these releases. And on top of that, I just kind of get confused with third-party and official stuff. I see these third-party Cliffjumpers, and I'm like, oh, he already has representation in the Masterpiece scaling. So I'm like, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'm looking at official stuff here, and I realized, wait a minute, this freaking thing was leaked like 2 years ago and it still hasn't come out. What in the hell is Takara and Hasbro doing up there? And I was kind of reminded by this because somebody was kind of, I don't know what you would call it, like mass posting on TFW a few days ago, talking about MP Cliffjumper being canceled and the reasoning behind it. I don't know, I didn't keep up with it a lot, but some people were kind of getting on him and like, okay, buddy, we already knew this like a year or two ago. But I just kind of want to talk about it on the channel because it's kind of strange, you know? It was just a topic I was thinking about, and I was like, you know what, why not make a video about this and ramble, because I honestly have nobody else to talk to about this. The person that posted about this on TFW a few days ago had this screenshot of eBay. I guess they messaged a seller that posted the prototype of this canceled Cliffjumper for sale on eBay for a whopping $3,000, which is absolutely insane. Somebody bought it, I guess, which, I mean, if you got $3,000 to spend on some crappy, unreleased Cliffjumper prototype, more power to you, I guess, but you wouldn't catch me doing that at all, even if I had the bucks. That is insanity to me. But I guess the person asked the eBay seller what happened with this, why was it canceled, and the eBay seller gave a reasoning here. Now, this could be true, could not be true. I've also seen some people saying we already knew this, so I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on here, but the eBay seller said here, not licensing, the mold was giving them problems and they were going to redo it slightly, then decided to scratch it completely. And he said he has painted stuff here. I don't know if that means a fully painted prototype that's not done in green or something. That would be kind of cool to see. I don't know if we have seen that already. Let me know in the comments, guys, but I don't know, the whole thing is just odd. Takara, the way they do Masterpiece figures, I don't know, I thought third party was kind of odd with how they release characters in their Masterpiece scaling and stuff with a lot of these companies, but Takara seems just as weird or even weirder with how they select characters and what gets made and how it gets made. Because we don't have a Jazz yet. This Cliffjumper was canceled because they couldn't figure out mold problems, and wow, I don't know, it's really just odd. Like, I'm not familiar with this mold, and I don't know, it's kind of just an odd reasoning to just straight up cancel something that is super sought after in the Masterpiece line over at Takara. And I don't know, what's going on with these third-party Asian companies and like Takara and everything. They be making some weird decisions, sometimes weirder than Hasbro. I don't know what's going on in those countries, but it's just strange that this leaked 2 years ago and there's been no word on it, and they just straight up canceled it from what we know because it was giving them mold problems. Like, you just don't hear that too often, like a figure was canceled, especially officially from Hasbro or Takara, like a figure being canceled because it was giving them mold problems. Like, usually a figure is canceled because of releasing schedules or plans changed, or they're going a different route with a line or a character, whatever the case is. And usually it's not because the mold that they made for the character all of a sudden was giving them problems in pre-production or production, whatever you call it. So I don't know, man. I just want to talk about this for a bit because the whole thing just seems strange. Hopefully someday we get an MP Cliffjumper, and especially my guy MP Jazz. I think that was leaked earlier this year that we were getting an MPG Jazz either next year or 2027. So here's hoping that's true. And here's hoping we get Cliffjumper soon. But at the same time, guys, do I really care? Because Takara is insane with their engineering sometimes, and these third-party figures at times are just way better. Like, we already have Cliffjumper, Jazz. We have a Cliffjumper, right? I don't know, I'm kind of losing my mind. It's like 8 in the morning, and I barely slept last night. But, you know, it's just not really something that makes a whole lot of sense. And I don't know, guys, maybe you know more about this in the comments than I do. And kind of the juicier piece of news I wanted to cover in this video. So I messaged Fans Hobby like, I don't know, a month ago, a few weeks ago on Instagram. Because y'all know me on this channel. I'm a Unicron Trilogy enjoyer. I grew up with it when I was a kid. And we got some UT figures from Fans Hobby. We have some Armada characters. We got a couple from Energon, Optimus, and Wingsaber. A lot of these characters were basically just made because they're combining components for Optimus and, to a lesser extent, Megatron from Armada. We did have a teaser of Starscream last year, but people wanted that figure canceled because the engineering looked stupid. And they said they were going to go back to the drawing board and redo him, and it's been a year later and we haven't heard anything, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I messaged them about getting an Energon Megatron because we got Energon Optimus a few years ago, like 3 years ago already at the time of this recording. And it seems like Megatron is in no sight in the near future, which is insanity to me. So I was asking them, like, you know, it just makes sense. You got Optimus, why not get Megatron to go along with each other? And it would also be nice if Fans Hobby did some other characters from Armada, Energon, and Cybertron, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So I asked them, hi, are there plans for Energon Megatron to go with Optimus? There's a lot of demand in the fandom for it, and a lot consider it one of the best Megatron designs in the brand, which is true. And Fans Hobby responded with, a few weeks later, a month later, whatever, thanks for your suggestion. However, we don't have any fixed schedule for the moment. And then I said, thanks for responding. Hopefully an Energon Megatron is made soon, because a lot of people want Optimus paired with Megatron. I see a lot of demand for it on social media, which again is true. I don't know why they haven't realized this. Or maybe they have, and they just are kind of stubborn and don't want to do the figure. And all they said was, thanks again for your support. So it seems like Fans Hobby just doesn't want to do an Energon Megatron right now, for whatever reason that may be. I'm not somebody who's in the business of having an action figure company. I don't know the logistics. I don't know why they wouldn't want to do that. Maybe there's something behind the scenes in terms of production that is making them wary of doing one. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with an excuse here to not give us a Megatron to go with our Energon Optimus. And especially since that this Megatron design is really well regarded in the Transformers fandom. Like, a lot of people don't like the Energon cartoon, but when it comes to the toys and the overall designs, people be going hard for them. A lot of people in the fandom, you know? So it's just strange to me that Fans Hobby just doesn't realize this, it seems like, or they just don't want to make it, even though they already made Energon Optimus. Like, why not have the arch enemies go with each other? I'm sure this figure is going to sell well. It's a Megatron, and it's of a design that a lot of people want made. And plus, it would look so baller in the masterpiece scaling and engineering from a third-party company. Oh my god. Just imagining it with articulated hands and ab crunch. Oh man. Yo. Just give me that, please, Fans Hobby. I'm literally begging y'all right now in this video. I sound like an absolute plastic whore dweeb right now, but I am begging you guys, Fans Hobby, give me a masterpiece scaled Energon Megatron before 2027. Just give me a prototype reveal at TFCon or something. That's all I'm asking for. like that's just all I need. Just like a little bit of reassurance that's coming. But I know it's kind of odd with these third-party companies and how they release things at times, so we're just going to have to wait and see, because we're just now getting a G2 Megatron from Fans Hobby, and that was teased years ago, and before that, it wasn't coming out for a few years or something, and we got G2 Optimus back in 2017, and that's been almost 10 years ago, and we're just now getting G2 Megatron next year, I think. It's been in development for a while for some reason, so Fans Hobby, they're kind of back and forth with certain releases, so I wouldn't be surprised if it takes a while for an Energon Megatron, but I hope not. Again, just give it to me, Fans Hobby. Pause. Yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about this MP Cliffjumper being canceled? And how do you guys feel about Fans Hobby telling me that we're not getting an Energon Megatron, at least right now for the foreseeable future? It could change in the next couple years. I don't know. But yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.